Hey guys, welcome back to Millwright Reviews. All right, so I've been away for a little while. I started a YouTube channel about a year ago, and I got busy with life. That happens. It seems to be a little too often sometimes. However, I'm going to start making some more videos over this winter. Hopefully add some new stuff over the winter, and next spring for sure. I like to kind of add some videos of fishing in there and some fishing equipment and reviews that I'm planning on doing. But today we're going to be talking about something I've purchased over the past few months. I had an FN57, which was a beautiful gun, and I loved it. I just didn't do anything with it. It sat in a safe, and I shot it every once in a while. And I didn't carry it, didn't really care for it when I was carrying it. I mean, I tried, but I just didn't like it. So I threw it up on Arms List and exit the FN57 and enter the Shadow 2. The CZ Shadow 2 is an awesome pistol. This pistol right here I purchased less than 30 minutes after I sold my FN57. My wife said it was the fastest she thinks I've ever spent $1,300. I literally got money in hand. I went next door to purchase this from my local gun shop, and that's kind of history on that. I love CZ firearms. They are fantastic. It seems like every time I buy one and shoot it, I love it and I want to carry it. This gun is a little heavy, so I won't be carrying this one. I'm actually going to be using this one to shoot my competition stuff with. This pistol, let's start with that. This gun is beautiful the way it is from the factory. I know there's some difference between the blue and the black grips having poly coat, but you know what? I actually kind of like the poly coat on there. It still gets the same nitride finish, and it also gets the poly coat. To me, that's just double protection, and I absolutely love that. This pistol, shooting it at 25 yards it's just like shooting it at 5 yards. It's spot on. It's dead on. It shoots great. I am by far no means a great shooter, but this gun can do it with me, and that's saying a lot. You put the sights where they go, and that bullet will travel where it goes. The gun is empty here today. We're going to go ahead and show you that because there's a lot of people out there that are very, very concerned about that for our safety reasons. And again, this gun is just beautiful. The black is a good look on the gun. After shooting it and knowing that I'm going to shoot it in competitions, I wanted a little bit more out of it, more flashiness, I guess I should say. The black sleek look is great whenever you're carrying a pistol. I carry the CZ PCR, a 75 PCR. It is a great gun. I actually like the stock grips that come on that. I do have a set of the lock grips, the LOK, or however you want to pronounce that, grips that go on there, and I love those as well, but the stickiness of the factory grip feels good to me in my hands. With the aluminum grips, I actually really like those with all the extra grip that they've added onto the front and the rear of these. I guess we'll call it checkering, but it's very grippy. When I pull it out of a holster quickly, it fits my hands, and I know it's not going anywhere. That being said, I went ahead and stuck with aluminum grips for a couple reasons, and I'll get to those now. So what I decided is, you can see my table here. Obviously, you see CZ Shadow 2 parts. I called up Armory Craft here, and this company is excellent. The guy over there, he's a great businessman. So we got off to kind of a rocky start on my behalf. And even after that, he was super, super nice. Customer was right in his opinion, and he made things right. And so he didn't have what I wanted. Okay, we tend to run into that a lot, especially when you're looking for, you know, parts that aren't American made, and they don't come, and they don't have them readily available every day. So, but when he got them in, he got a hold of me. He made things right. We got the parts together, and I got what I wanted. He got my business, and I will definitely go back for some more parts in the future, but this is what I'm bought right now. So Armory Craft, okay to go by me. I think that they're a great business. More businesses should be like that. Heck, you can't go to a grocery store these days and get that kind of service out of somebody. So they are hands down on my okay list there, and they will definitely get my return business. So what I've got here is I ordered a magwell from them. Now, these are CZUB parts. I've looked around, and yes, there's some companies local that make them here in the States. I just like the contours of the CZUB magwell. A lot of the other ones are just kind of flat on the sides. They don't have any contours to them other than just around front and back. They're purpose-built magwells. I mean, they're made to do a job, and that's to load a magazine quicker into the magwell. I just happen to like this style, this design. It's not super deep, but it's still going to do the job for me. I am by far, like I said, not the greatest shooter in the world, and this is going to be plenty enough for me. To go along with that, I chose red grips. Now, red is just my favorite color. Everything I own, it seems like it gets some type of red accent. I have a couple boys, and one of them's favorite color is red, and he's the same way. Now, you can look at those up against the gun there, and you can see that they are quite a bit shorter, and that is to allow the magwell to slide on there and be in place and still be able to retain the Shadow 2 style aluminum grip. They've cut it shorter here. What else I've got on the table is I've got the base plates for the magazines. These base plates are made to where they will let the magazine sit all the way into the gun and lock in, and the red is going to offset the black magwell very nicely. So it's gonna be pretty actually. in better terms, it's going to be a good combination of coloring. I also purchased this trigger. It's their tactical sport style trigger, I believe, for the 75, which works in all these guns. And I'm not sure how I'm going to like it because it does take away the double action of the gun. However, I mean, realistically, if you're going to most of your shooting or anything you're going to do, and I don't even know if I'll put it in for the competitions. I will just kind of as a cool range piece. It takes away the double action, so it makes the gun single action essentially. The double action is still there, it doesn't allow that function to be used. So I've got that. I've got a little baggie of goodies, some screws and some looks like some base plate locks that will go inside the magazines here as well. But other than that, this is what I'm going to be doing the work on today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video from here. I'm going to go ahead and assemble it, and with a little bit of camera magic, it'll be back to the table here in no time, and I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like. All right, guys, so we're back here at my bench, and I have my Shadow 2 all decked out now with my Armory craft parts. If you look at it, the fit and finish on all of this is excellent. The Armory craft, they do a really good job. I mean, I know they don't make the parts, they import them, but they make sure that everything's packaged up and taken care of when they send it to you. The trigger was a little bit trickier to get installed than I had thought on the first time there, but I was able to get it done. It took me a little extra time, so I went ahead and shut the camera off and made sure I got everything installed and working correctly. If you look at the magwell, it blends nice into the frame of the gun itself. It doesn't stick out. It's not super crazy or anything like that. It does have the nice little 2 down the bottom there for Shadow 2. Again, these grips are super grippy. It's a good looking gun. Safety works. Everything's working on it. Again, the gun's empty. We've seen the bottom of the magwell. I just racked it. There's nothing in the chamber. Now, with this trigger, the thing that people need to know about this trigger is if you're going to install one of their triggers, it takes it to single action only. So I'll put a piece of cotton in here. And first you'll see the trigger itself. It's you can actually take a lot of that out of there. It's adjustable 2 ways. I haven't really messed with the adjustment yet. God didn't want to do the video. But it doesn't have single action, but it does have the half cock. It will pull it back the rest of the way and fire the pistol as well. And it'll go from the all the way function. The half cock function there, it's still pretty short. It doesn't feel near as heavy as it did regularly from the factory, but without using my trigger pull gauge on it, I really am not sure. So we'll go ahead and set that hammer down, set that down. Now also what I want to show you guys is I like the grips. I like the style grips. So my SPO1, I was running the standard just CZ grips, the ones that come with it, the rubber grips. Now, these grips are super grippy. I like them. They fit my hand and palm swell very well. A lot of people don't seem to like them because they're rubbery, but I do like them. However, I do think I like the aluminum a little better, so I went ahead and spruced up my SPO1 a little bit there. Put some Shadow 2 grips on it. I know that the Shadow 2 grips would fit it, so you're going to have a nice set of grips laying around. Why would you let them go to waste? You might as well go ahead and stick them on there and get to enjoy those while shooting. They just make the gun. They make them look, the gun look fantastic. They really are excellent grip. I know a lot of people complain about how the texturing on them, but they for my hands, they seem to fit very well, and they're very grippy. On the bottom of the magazines, we put the base plates on there. These base plates will allow it to lock in. It won't come out. You can't pull it out. That is what they're designed for. These are the 8mm base plates with the mag well. They work great. There you can see the two-tone color of the gun itself with the mag plate, or the base plate for the mag, the grips, and the trigger. And that was the color scheme that I was going for on it. Set that back up here. Now, on the standard style and the +1 style that come with the Shadow 2 and the SPO1, they do not lock into these with the mag well. They go all the way up there. They will not lock in. You can pull it right back out. It's very close. It just doesn't lock in. It doesn't push it quite far enough into the mag. I'm guessing that you could modify these base plates to work if that's what you're really wanting to go for. But they do not work. Same with the shorties. Now these probably are very close. You could probably get these pretty close because they'll go almost, I mean, I can't get it back out of there because it pushes all the way up in there. But I am guessing that you can get them to where they fit. They do not lock the release itself. It pushes the release all the way in, so that's how I know that they're not actually locking in. And you give it a little bit of pressure on the release, and it'll kick it back out. So you definitely have to either come up with some modifications for your standard base plates, or just bite the bullet on it and go ahead and buy the nice aluminum base plates that Armory Craft sells. I mean, they're an excellent product. Yes, they're going to get beat up when you're dropping them on the ground, running around, but I do a lot of Cerakoting work myself on my own stuff. So if I decide in the future that red's not it, or they get too beat up, I'll just re-Cerakote them and continue moving forward and just using it. This gun is going to be used. So I'm not afraid of nicks and dents and anything like that. There's the factory trigger. Have the Shadow 2. It goes in there. I don't know if there's much of an upgrade if I put it in the SPO1. I might do a little bit of research on it myself, but other than that, I'm really not 100% sure. But they're the guns today. That's what I've done with my nice day. It was a beautiful day outside in December, and I'm inside playing with guns, which is what I'd rather be doing. I'd rather be outside shooting, but I know I had to get this stuff done anyway. So here it is. Here's my collection so far. It's the SPO1 and the Shadow 2, and I have a few other CZs, but these are my favorite ones by far. And if there's any questions, shoot me some comments below. It would be great. Whether you like it or not, I'm not going to get mad if you tell me you don't like it. I like criticism both ways. I like to see what people are wanting. But there it is. Two beautiful CZs, a CZ75 SPO1, and it's all stock other than the Shadow 2 grips, and the CZ Shadow 2, which has now got the CZUB grips, magwell, and trigger in it. And I hope to get some other goodies for them soon, especially the SPO1. I'd like to get some, maybe some Cajun or some custom parts for that, but we shall see as time moves forward. I'm looking at a few other guns right now, so we will see what money brings in the future. And I've got another project coming. It's going to be a big one. It is a CZ. I'm not going to spill too much about it, but it's going to take me a few months to go through and do this one. So funding is always something that's got to work its way in there. So I'll get some more videos out, and hope you guys like the channel, and you guys have a great evening.